Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get this down. This right here is my second video. It's a gloomy day in California. We got our California Dutchman's Pipevine. And I want to tell you guys, I 100% have this vine sheerly for the fact that I want Pipevine swallowtails in our garden. So, let's go ahead and figure out what this video is mainly about, and then I'll give you guys a few tips on what's going on with this bad boy and how to get them to grow as vigorously as I did, because this is actually a really young vine that is, or should be at least, if it were that type of vine that kind of leads its own way and goes up a fence. It's not. And I'll give you a few tips on how to do that. Afterwards, we figure out what we're dealing with here. So right here we got ourselves a whole bunch of dead leaves, right? And it doesn't look too beautiful. I know so many more vines that would look way more nicer right here. But again, sheerly 100% for those pipevine swallowtails, which have not visited me yet. I don't know when they're coming. They better come though. This is what this is for. But anyway, again, what I was here for, to show you guys, is this right here. This right here is a group, or a bunch, of dead leaves from this thing. And if you squash them, I figured out, they release a fragrance, sort of like a natural oil that smells like lavender. And who knows what kind of damage it does to your lungs, or what kind of help it does with your brain, because we know what natural oils do. So it may do something to your lungs because it's a little bit powdery, is what I'm saying, but squish it, kind of rub it around, and smell it, and it smells like lavender. Now this is a piece of lavender. If you sniff this and then sniff that there's gonna smell like nothing compared to this lavender. So don't smell lavender. I mean, they're obviously alike, they smell alike, but I mean, people would prefer to smell lavender because it smells so much more fragrant than what we're talking with here. But I mean, come on, this stuff is practically biomatter by now, so. And the green leaves aren't any better though, they actually smell more like, green vegetation. So, it's the brown leaves that it smells the best in. And that right there is the strange thing I've never really figured something out like that before. I mean, you look at this thing, I don't think Dutchman Pipevine is edible in any way. Like, I don't think so. I don't know if it's poisonous. It's probably not poisonous, but it's not edible, I don't think, really. So, I mean, I guess then it's not an herb, right? I mean, I don't think that you want to go around eating lavender or anything, or, rosemary. I mean, unless it's on a chicken. But this bad boy right here has a fragrant, and it smells pretty good when squashed. Now, the leaf itself smells nothing like if you squash it, but that's the same thing with our orange tree over there. You make a few cuts and it smells a whole bunch like citrus. So anyway, now I'm gonna give you guys a few tips, because who knows, maybe you are confused why your vine looks nothing like most vines and looks like it's dying. We're not doing so well. The truth is, these guys are a form of plant that aren't necessarily dying back, but like to lose leaves to make room for their growth, their new growth, which is all of these little, I guess they're pipes. I want to say many other Dutchman pipevines look way more like pipes, but these ones, okay, fine, we'll call them pipes. They look weird, I think, but I guess it's cool. I mean, the first time I saw them, I was really happy and excited. I think it's kind of cool how they look when they're, premature, but they're really great. And so anyway, when you think it's gonna die, don't worry, it's not gonna die. Even if you just plant it in the ground, they're not that hardy, I guess. So be careful on the sun. If you like block it with like a towel or something, you can block the sun out of it on your baby sapling. But you definitely do not need to be that careful. Another tip is seeds. It will have to be kind of mature in order to produce good seeds. And I don't think that this one was even necessarily ready. So it's going to have to be a while after. Yeah, you see in there? In order to get the seeds out. And apparently that's the only way that you can breed it. You can't really take a cutting. I tried taking a few cuttings and it didn't work. Now, for other types of vines, like passion vine or just ivy, that will work, but definitely not on the Dutchman's Pipevine. Another cool thing is that they have fuzzy leaves. And that's not necessarily a tip, is it now? The biggest tip I can give you guys is pool. You want to put it in deeper into the ground than just having it on the surface. You want to have an area where the water can fill up. Just like a pool. That's like a pooling, sort of. Anyway, other than that, that's pretty much it. Put it on a trellis. Even though it hates trellises, I don't know who came up with that idea. I guess I can give you a few tips on how to get it up onto your fence. The answer is don't do like what I did. Here's the tip. Don't do what I did. Don't plant it like a foot away from the fence. Plant it as close to the fence as you can so that doesn't leave room for that to happen, because they will escape the back and then you're going to be having a ground cover before you know it. It's annoying as heck. And so go ahead and plant it as close to the fence as you can. If not, I'm trying the best I can to lean the plant against the fence to get it on the fence, but I goofed. So don't do what I did and plant it closer to the fence. And there's the tips I got for you today about the Dutchman's Pipevine. See you for the next video. Peace, I'm out.